The Boastful Female Vendor. The story you're about to hear is true, and it happened right here in Thailand. The story is about Mrs. Sarie. Mrs. Sarie was a well-off woman in her village. She had many children, and her family sold rice and sugar. Her husband was a philanderer, frequently having affairs here and there. Mrs. Sarie couldn't keep up and just let it go. Sometimes, a woman would come and say she was one of his mistresses, but that Mr. Heng had taken a new wife. Mrs. Sarie simply replied, "It's none of your business. I don't care." The woman left disappointed. Miss Sarale is a woman who likes to show off. When she goes to the market to buy groceries, her children will drop her off and pick her up, but she'll say, "No need to waste gas. It's better to take the shared taxi. It only costs a few baht." Her children indulge her. While waiting for the shared taxi to leave at the market, she'll look around to see if she recognizes anyone and quickly greet them. Some people pretend not to see her, but she'll still greet them, and they'll reluctantly talk to her. Some people are very flattering because they see that Miss Sarali is rich and will quickly greet her first, saying, "Oh, Miss Sarali, you bought so much." Miss Ya, an acquaintance but a younger one, asks why you bought so much. Even though Miss Sarali only bought a little of each item, that's a lot. "Oh, well, there are many things. This dried squid is quite expensive. The shrimp is also pricey. The vegetables are all very fresh and good. These oranges are very sweet and ripe. Oh, and you didn't bring your granddaughter today? She's so cute." "Oh no, I didn't want her. I was so embarrassed when I brought her last time. What kind of child is she?" "I wanted to buy her toys, but she wouldn't take them. She kept crying and wanted a gold necklace and bracelet. I didn't have enough money, and she was throwing a tantrum in front of the gold shop. My granddaughter is not like other children. She has lots of things to wear at home, but she still wanted more. Oh, I was so embarrassed." Miss Ya turned and made a face at the person sitting next to her, thinking to herself, "Oh, you idiot. That day, I saw your nephew having a seizure in front of a 15-baht toy store, and you were so stingy you wouldn't buy him anything. And now you're bragging about having a seizure in front of a gold shop." Then Miss Sari asked another acquaintance who had just gotten on a bus, carrying a lot of things in both hands, "Oh, what did you buy today, Auntie?" "Oh, it's Miss Sari. I bought minced pork and chicken legs to cook rice for my dog. If there's no pork or chicken, my dog won't eat. I was thinking that if it gets tired of pork and chicken, I'll cook rice with shrimp or grouper for it next time." "Wow, your dog eats that well, so what are you going to eat?" "Oh, I see. People eat imported beef, of course. My children send it to me. I eat lobster, pork neck, Peking duck. My family never goes hungry." Aunt Wan replied. Mrs. Ya thought to herself, "Wow, a perfect match indeed." Miss Sarali turned to Miss Ya and said, "Ya, do you know that the shirt I'm wearing is specially woven? I love it so much, that's why I wear it often." Miss Ya replied, "Yes, your shirt is really beautiful, Sarali. Even with the patch under the armpit, you still wear it to the market." Miss Wan then said, "Oh, Sarali, people don't wear that kind of shirt anymore. These days, it has to be my Korean fabric shirts. They're not hot to wear. My daughter sells them for 2,500 baht each. If you want one, let me know. I'll give you a wholesale price." Miss Yeli replied, "Oh no, thank you. I've worn it before, and it made me allergic, itchy." They continued chatting loudly until the bus finally departed, causing a headache for the other passengers. Later, Sare's neighbors held a monk ordination ceremony. Sare walked into the kitchen and saw them chopping up a duck for stew, only the meat to feed the monks celebrating the ordination. "Oh cook, don't throw away the duck bones, legs, and head. Put them in a bag for me. I'm going to give them to my dog to gnaw on. And if there's any dipping sauce left, please give me some too. And the stew broth too. That would be good. Oh, Sarie's dog eats dipping sauce too. When the cook asked, everyone else burst into laughter. Oh, I'm going to eat the dipping sauce with pork knuckles. We haven't made dipping sauce at home yet, Sarie replied, turning her back and leaving the kitchen, gritting her teeth. Damn it, they're laughing at me. Don't they know I'm going to use it to make a stew? It's been many days. The part with some meat left. Around the neck, you can dip it in sauce, or mix it with the braising sauce. Huh? You don't know anything. Mrs. Sunley, although well off, knew how to manage her finances. She had many children and a philandering husband. If she hadn't been thrifty, she wouldn't have become so wealthy. Her weakness was her tendency to flaunt her wealth, which annoyed many. In other aspects, she was a good person. She sold her goods fairly, without taking advantage of customers, and therefore had many regulars. Her children were also well behaved, but none of them boasted or showed off like their mother. They all earned their living honestly. None of her children could stop their mother's boastful nature, so they just let it run its course. It's like today's ordination ceremony, with music and a fancy banquet. Many people came. Mrs. Sarie told her table companions, if this were my son's ordination, I wouldn't have a banquet like that. Everyone's fighting over the food. I'd have a traditional Thai reception. I'd make 15 dishes, hire a dessert maker, order 5,000 eggs to make tong tong yod, tong yip, met kanun, kanom chan, and sali. Anyone who takes them home would get a bag of them to give away. I'd invest about 100,000 baht in the alms-giving ceremony. Mrs. Sarie boasted, even though she has 4 sons, none of whom have been ordained. Oh, then when will you have your son ordained, Mrs. Sarie? I'll help you as much as I can. My eldest son is old enough to have children already, and I still don't see you getting ordained. Are you going to ordain your son as a monk? A friend sitting at the same table asked. Oh, my sons, they all refuse to become monks. They're only worried about selling things, about money. Every night they finish counting the money. It's late. All the money is in the family business. Sales are so good, we can barely keep up with deliveries. We don't have any employees. We do everything ourselves. My sons are exhausted. I've told them to hire employees, but they don't trust me. I even suggested hiring 3 or 4 people to help carry the sacks of rice, but they refused, Mrs. Sarie said, shoveling food into her mouth and eating voraciously, like someone starving to death. Her table mates could barely eat, but there were 2 people who quickly served themselves to everyone except Mrs. Sarie, who sometimes couldn't even get a bite. Well, being rich is just that. If you don't think about sharing with others, no one will share with you, she added. Thank you for listening to Thai Local Tales. I'm Captain Piroj. Until our next journey together, take care, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next episode.